Welcome back to Table Talk. Caden Mills is a former Van Buren County Eagle that just graduated in May. He was a star on the basketball court for the Eagles, amassing over 3,000 points and ranking him 13th in scoring all-time in TSSAA history. He'll be taking his talents to Cookeville this fall, playing for the Golden Eagles. And by the way, he's also the current Mr. Basketball in Class A. We welcome Caden Mills to this table for the very first time. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Something that maybe folks can't see off camera, as we're going to be talking a lot about basketball, but one thing we want to talk about here is your health. I think a couple to a few months ago experienced a little bit of an ACL injury. Tell us how you're doing with that right now.
Yes, I'm doing pretty well. I actually got injured playing pickup at Tech with a couple of the basketball players up there, and just came down wrong on my knee, and actually didn't think it was as serious as what it was. Turned out to be a actual ACL sprain and a little tear in my meniscus. So around June 18th, I had to go in there and have that fixed.
So far, so good, though.
So far, so good.
All
yes.
right, we're recording this in very early July, and so all indications are that everything's good with that. We wish you continued health with that. Let's go back a few years. First, let's talk about when a love of basketball first started for you. Tell us about how it was that you got into basketball.
Well, actually, when I was real young, started playing at about 5 or 6 years old. Surprisingly, I actually hated it. Parents told me I cried running up and down the court, never wanted to do anything. But I guess as I kind of grew older and kind of realized, how to actually play, I started to take a liking for it. So as more I played.
So at what point did you realize I'm pretty good at this?
We had a really good 8th grade season. We won one of the state championships up in Murfreesboro. And from my 8th to 9th grade year, I probably grew close to 6 inches. So that really helped me kind of start to realize, if I really try, I could do something. And my freshman year, I got a lot of playing time started, and that's when it kind of realized, if I really worked for this, I could make something for myself.
There's all kinds of stats that we'll maybe talk about throughout this interview, but one that really, there's a lot of eye-popping stats that you put up, but am I correct that you played every game throughout your high school season?
Yes, yeah. Actually, I did start every single game from freshman to my senior year. And actually, all 6 of that, we had 6 8th graders, and we all got to move up and actually got playing time our 8th grade year, so that really contributed to our future success.
There's not many, I was sitting there thinking, I don't think I've ever sat down and talked to somebody that's put in 3,000 points. I mean, you finished with 3,166 points, 912 rebounds, 307 steals. That's amazing stats, and so tell me what went into did you have any kind of pregame ritual, anything that you did going into games that just you had to do or anything like that?
No, really, our locker room before games was very very calm. We didn't do the jumping around, screaming like you see a lot of teams do. We were kind of just hanging out, talking, not even about the game a lot of times until our coach came in. We were just kind of real chill about it and stuff. But no, I really didn't have any kind of pregame ritual for anything.
Senior season, these are eye-popping as well. 27.9 points per game, 7 rebounds per game, 3.2 assists per game, and 1.9 steals per game. You shot over 87% from the free throw line, and a little over 61% inside the arc, and then 40% from three-point range. Are you one of those are you a gym rat? Do you consider yourself a gym rat?
Yeah, I do. The gyms are close to my home, so I have plenty of opportunity to just about any time I want go and get any kind of work I want to in at the gym.
What is this sounds really weird after what's a part of your game that you really want to work on the most as you go into college?
Definitely my speed to compete at the next level, and of course you can never be too good of a shooter, so definitely a shot, because anybody wants shooters.
You said we need to mention that Steve Payne is the head coach for TTU. Why Tennessee Tech?
Definitely because the coaches started out at early contact. They stayed in contact the whole time through the whole recruiting process. Just every one of the coaches stayed in close contact, especially Coach Payne. And it's real close to home, so that's even better. And just families all near, so I'll be able to come watch the games, and I'm very familiar with Cookville too, so that'll only help.
Yeah, it's kind of maybe the best of both worlds in some respects. Close to home, but yet a really good 4-year institution.
Yes.
What do you want to major in?
Actually, I want to major in business.
Okay, and so you've got a situation there to where, I mean, like you said, it's close to home. Family can come support, friends can come support. I'm sure that a lot of family and friends, we've got some family off camera over here, we're excited to be able to see you play, be able to be within driving distance to away games a lot of times, and then also catch all the home games too.
It's definitely that.
As far now, here's what your coach said about you. He's a 6'6", play anywhere kind of guy who can shoot, pass, and handle the basketball. He is only going to get bigger and stronger, and he is a sneaky athlete, and he is sneaky athletic. So I'm very excited about the future. It will be a jump from Class A to Division I basketball, but every time I see him play against strong competition, both individually and as a team, he always performs. I think he is the type of guy that he will figure out how to be successful at all times. I mean, hearing your now, I guess, your coach and soon to be, I guess at that point when you signed, your soon-to-be coach, say those things about you had to make you feel great.
Yes, it's definitely very exciting for him to have that kind of confidence in a player, especially just Class A. You know, some Class A players don't get the respect as AAA or whatever A you're in, but definitely feels good for him to have that kind of confidence going in.
So let's talk about Class A. You know, that seems to be something that comes up, like you said, Class A. Being able to be a part of a team going to the state tournament, that had to feel great. I mean, to be a part of a very special team and getting to the state tournament. Talk about that experience.
It was a very surreal experience. So my freshman year was the first year we went, and so I just came into high school thinking, you know, a couple games here and there. I didn't really know how it was going to go. And before we know it, at the end of the season, I don't even think we had a winning record at my freshman year when we made it to the state tournament. Or if we did, it was right around even or a little over positive. So we wasn't really expected, but that moment was just very, you know, play in the Murphy Center was very surreal. Just all kinds of people and just a big arena and competing in the best teams in AAA or in single A with AAA and AA watching. So that's just a very, very good memory to go through all that.
I mean, I guess I'm making an assumption here. Being a basketball nut, you've seen the movie Hoosiers.
Yes.
Did it kind of have a little bit of that small town goes into a state tournament kind of vibe to the team and everything?
Yes, it did actually. We our school is very renowned for having a good traveling fans. So we were by far had the biggest in Class A, the biggest fan section. So you know, most people never even heard of Van Buren County, and we get there and they're taking up half the Murphy Center. So that really shows not also ours, but the fans' love for basketball, and they travel well every game, away, home, packed gyms always.
Yeah, you've gotten to experience with the fan base there in Van Buren County something that maybe a lot of even some high schools don't get a chance to experience, which is, like you said, just a rabid fan base there. It's I would dare say that probably a lot of those folks are looking forward to coming up and seeing you play at Hooper Evelyn, right?
Oh, for sure. I've even been to a bunch of AAA and AA games in way bigger gyms than ours, and not even close to as many people as what was in our gym with the single A fans.
Yeah. So we know right now in July when we're taping this, actually the day before 4th of July. Take us through what your summer schedule is. I know that obviously kind of getting back in the swing of things with the ACL is part of it. Take us through what the plans are for summer leading into this fall.
Actually, before my injury, I was scheduled to move in for summer school and take some summer classes. But when I got injured, we didn't know the recovering situation. We didn't know how long it would take. So my coaches thought it was best for me just to opt out of that and, just get healthy before I, start off at Tech. So right now I'm just worried about really just healing my injury. And then coaches said just to come up there as much as I can, just to get used to the surroundings, the players, being there, just being a part of it, just getting used to it.
We probably need to back up just a little bit. We talked so much about some of these other stats, and I mentioned it at the very top of it, but being Mr. Basketball, Class A, Tell us about what that was like, that whole experience, and being recognized as that.
Yeah, just not one of those things you can really put into words. You just getting recognized as one of the top 3 finalists. You're just like, wow, this is really something. And then going there and actually winning, you just don't really know what to say. You're just at a loss for words, really. You're excited, but you just can't show any emotion. You're just such a
Kind of
great
numbing,
feeling. Yeah.
or everything. And I know that you all, that Van Buren County, again, family and friends had to be so proud, and be able to represent,
Yes.
an entire county, and that team to be able to win that.
Yeah, it was had a bunch of people there. Most of our fans that come to the games were there, and my family and my team and coaches, they were there. So it was just a very good experience overall.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a great experience for a lot of folks out here on Channel 6 to be able to see you play all 4 years with a lot of games on Channel 6. I think that we got a ton of calls for teams that you played on, wondering when you guys were going to be on next and everything. And so we're excited for you, and look forward to being able to see you and what you can do up at Tech with the Golden Eagles up there. That's just exciting times are ahead, right?
Yes, I'm very excited to just get the journey started, get these years of college going just a different level. I'm excited also.
Well, good deal. Well, Caden, we wish you the best of luck. Rehab that knee.
Yes.
Make sure everything's good with that, and we'll look forward to hearing more from you from Cookeville, okay?
Thank you.
All right, that's been Caden Mills. We want to thank you so much for watching Table Talk, and we'll catch you at this table next week, once again, here on Table Talk on BLTV Channel 6.